Assalamu alaikum everybody, this is MKB 360p. Today with a video talking about IGN and their amazing L takes. Thank you IGN. I was starting to get a little bored this year and I was wondering when you were going to give me an L take to talk about, and thank you for giving me an L take to talk about. Something about IGN and their L takes, it just brings the whole community together. It's a wholesome event. Whenever they have one of their L takes, everybody comes together. We have a nice old time. We discuss. We should start having events for IGN L takes, a good old barbecue and something like that. So anyway, let's get straight into the L take. They should really change the name to IGL. I'm not going to go and read the entire article because it's a bit long. I'm not going to watch the video that they made because, again, why should I? You can go read the article, watch the video. The one thing that I really want to talk about is just the main point. The main point of that video and their article is that Resident Evil 5 is racist, ergo it should not be remade. Everything else is just fluff. It's just blah blah blah. That's the main crux of the entire article. And I just want to ask Mr. whoever wrote that article, why do you think it is harmful? You make that assertion in your article that the depiction of South Africa as the dark continent, your words, I don't think it's in Resident Evil 5 though. You say that depiction is harmful. I really want to know why it is harmful. How exactly is it harmful? What is the harm that it has caused to the African people or the African continent? What harm has it caused? You're making an assertion, right? This game came out 15 years ago. I mean, 15 years is a long time. It's enough time for any real harm to materialize, if any, if it were to be caused by the game. So if it has been, then show me. Show me the harm. You're saying that it is harmful. I want to know how it is harmful. What kind of harm is it causing? You see, when we say cigarettes are harmful, we don't say, oh, because in our heads, I ran an hypothetical experiment and I see cigarettes doing this bad thing 1500 years from now. No, we have actual tangible harm. We say, well, if you smoke cigarettes, you will get cancer, mouth cancer, lung cancer, this cancer, that cancer, or you will get IGN as a media outlet. The point is, if you're saying something is harmful, you need to show what exact harm does it cause, right? So, IGN, the ball is in your court. Show me what harm Resident Evil 5 has caused to the African continent, and sure, we'll join your protests. I will be in the front lines, with the picket sign and everything. I'll even buy a shirt. Which is commendable, isn't it? So yeah, if you cannot show me any harm, any real harm, and the harm that exists is only like in your head, well then why should we listen to you? Like, why? I was holding the microphone slightly to the left. Anyway, so again, why should we listen to you, right? You don't have anything. This is just an opinion, not really a fact. See, in the article, you are kind of asserting it as a fact. You're saying, well, the depiction is harmful, as a matter of fact. You're not saying, in my opinion, the depiction of South Africa is harmful. I mean, even if it is your opinion, it's a very bad opinion because it isn't backed by anything. It is literally just backed by your feelings. It's like, oh, when I played a video game, I feel a little bad because it reminds me of history and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's a you problem then, right? That's a you problem. That's not a we problem. That's not a Capcom problem. Why should Japanese developers care about the feelings, the inner feelings of somebody sitting in America or UK? How will they know? They just want to write cool stories and make cool video games, and that's it. I do agree that Resident Evil 5 is not the best of the Resident Evil franchise. It was far more action focused, has a lot of QTEs. It has the famous boulder punching, which I think should be remade. It should be in the remake. I think the boulder punch is kind of a cool thing. But yeah, my main question remains the same. What is the actual harm that it has caused to the people of Africa? If it hasn't caused any harm, and the only harm that you can think of is your feelings being hurt, then that's nothing. That's nothing. You can survive your feelings being hurt a little bit. It's fine. I mean, you're a big boy, aren't you? Pretty sure you are. You get paid. You're an employee of IGN. You must not be a kid. You must be an adult. right? With a house and everything. Maybe you have a car. I don't know, but you get what I'm getting at, right? You get the point. You get the main point. And I think it is absurd to look at Resident Evil 5 as some kind of a like a to expect Resident Evil 5 to have a perfectly accurate just depiction of a continent or a people, and expect them to basically teach the audience about the culture, about the people, blah 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 blah. Like, it's not a history lesson, it's not a geography lesson, it's a video game. All right, sure, you can get some geography lessons here and there, right? Like you can get to know the names of certain places, or you can get to visit certain places, sure. But video games are video games, man. Nobody takes video games that seriously. I don't know how you don't understand this at this point. Nobody playing Resident Evil 5 will ever take away the point that you are taking away from it. Nobody will play the game, kill those hordes upon hordes of zombies and say, oh well, in Resident Evil 5, I kill a bunch of African zombies. That means that Africa only has zombies. I don't think anybody thinks like that. I don't think anybody playing that video game will have the idea that just because I'm killing African zombies in the video game, that means that Africa is full of zombies, or that African people are all just barbarians and blah 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 blah. Even the pre sort of breakout depiction of Africa, nobody will take it that seriously, because it's a video game, my brother. It's a video game, right? People having a bad idea about a certain continent, certain people, that is far more of a possibility when you're watching a movie or a TV show, because those are live action, right? As opposed to a video game, because video games are all graphics and everything. They're drawn, they're absurd by nature. Especially Resident Evil 5, because you're fighting zombies, not just regular zombies. You're fighting mutated, weird thingamajigs, and Professor X or Mr. X or Mr. Y, and all this stuff. Resident Evil is very, very, very absurd, extremely absurd. All right. So, again, I do not understand the point you're trying to make. I think you're pointlessly making an issue out of nothing, just to make yourself feel a bit better, because you just, I don't know, want to feel a bit better about yourself, which is fine and all, but you are pushing the Capcom dev team under the bus, and you are accusing them of racism, which is not good. Not good. You can say that your feelings were a little hurt, or that because of whatever things that you have going on inside of your head, you felt uncomfortable, but that doesn't mean Capcom racists. Why would Japanese devs even think about that? They would just be like, oh, we're gonna go to another continent. Resident Evil 4 takes place in Spain. Resident Evil 2 in America, 3 is also in America, 4 is in Spain. So they decided to have a bit of a change of location, which is something that people do all the time. Which reminds me of Tomb Raider. I'm pretty sure Crystal Dynamics also made a stupid article about Tomb Raider video games and how they were harmful. What the hell is wrong with you people? Honestly, what are you talking? Anyway, this was my weird rant for the article that IGN made. You can go read it. I would recommend that you read it, because you should go and read the original source instead of reading the reactions to the said source. It's always a good idea. You will see what I'm talking about. And the article, again, is not that bad. It's not entirely bad. The first 2/3 of it is fine. It's the later half that just goes off the rails and talks about all this stuff that you're like, bro, where did you get all of this? It's ridiculous. And that's it.